sound? Did you turn your sound? Oh, I hadn't turned my sound up. Okay, that was my fault.
Oh, okay.
I have to take responsibility for that one.
Okay, hopefully we got sound now.
We good? Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. Again, first item on the agenda is the approval of the December 19th, 2022 regular meeting minutes. Are there any proposed changes?
I didn't have any.
Hearing none, do I have a motion to accept?
I'll make a motion.
Have a motion. Councilperson McGee, do I have a second?
I'll make a second.
Second from Councilperson Long. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, next on the agenda is committee and department reports. Under personnel, we have representatives from Aflac with us that would like to address council regarding different insurance policies, optional policies that our employees may be interested in, such as dental, optical, and so forth. Please join. I don't see a mic.
He went to go get
Oh, okay.
batteries.
Sorry about that.
That's right. I can talk pretty loud.
Okay.
I'm Zach. This is Margo. We're with Aflac. Basically, what we do is we're a way to offer some extra benefits to your employees. Comes out of payroll deduction. Basically, just send in to Aflac at the end of the month for them. So, doing that, they get group rates. They get access to different policies. I know you all have PIA for medical and other benefits. The state of West Virginia is actually out county. A lot of people have PIA. We use it. The big policies would be the short-term disability.
So they can hear you online.
Yeah.
So the big policy would be the short-term disability. That provides a paycheck for being off work for anything that happens off the job. So off the job injuries, illness, surgery, maternity, gives them a paycheck for that, covers up to 60% of their income. We have accident policies, which give money for the treatment of any injury, cancer policies. And then we also can do dental and vision for you all as well. So even if they have other dental or vision, this is something in addition to that, or as a standalone, it is a network type plan. So really what we're here to do is just ask you guys if it'd be okay to have that payroll deducted for them, get that set up, meet with the employees, enroll. A lot of them have personal health questions, stuff like that.
Sure.
Where we can, kind of meet with them one-on-one, figure out what they want, and get those payroll deductions started for them if that's really approved by you guys.
Up to, you have to have at least 3 of them, is that correct?
Yeah, we have to have 3 for the disability, accident, cancer, and any combination, and then 2 each on the dental and vision.
I didn't know exactly how that was.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
3.
that was going to be my question, if
Yeah.
there had to be a certain amount at least to sign up to even have it.
Yeah, 3 on any combination other than the dental and vision. So if one person took disability, one person took accident, third person took cancer, that's fine. Dental and vision, that one has to be 2 each. So 2 on the dental and 2 on the vision to have those qualified.
Yeah, and this will be handled like our optional life payroll deducted and submitted to Aflac, the premiums. So, any questions? Okay, hearing none, do we have a motion to approve Aflac talking with our employees?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, have a motion, Councilperson Bass. Do we have a second?
A second.
Second from Councilperson Skeens. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Just call Ruth.
Okay.
I'm sure you already been talking to Ruth, and she can get you set up where we have like a meeting with everybody all at one time.
Okay. Yeah, we
So-
can do that really any way that's most convenient for you all, whether that's group meetings, one-on-ones.
Well, it'd probably start out with
payroll.
a big one, I would say.
Yeah, introductions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is perfect. And we'll get highlight sheets out for everybody too. So.
Now, would this be available to part-time or only our full-time?
The disability, you have to work at least 19 hours a week. The rest of them, part-time is eligible as well.
Okay, that's why I was,
Sounds like most of our part-time will still be
yeah,
eligible.
that's, yeah.
Oh.
That's nice.
Yeah, like I said, especially like the dental and vision, because that's one that a lot of times you can't get elsewhere.
Right.
So.
That's one thing that we don't have, so yeah.
Who was the second?
Debbie.
Debbie.
Okay.
And I've had policies with you guys too, with other employers and stuff, and I've always had good service. I've had an accident policy, a cancer policy, and things like that, so I'm real familiar.
Perfect. I'm glad to hear the good experience. And Margo actually lives here in town, and My office is just in Charleston, so I've been around. I'm kind of the grizzled old vet now. She's new in training, but we're going to have her, as your representative as well.
Oh,
So
great.
you have access to both of us. So.
Okay, great.
Awesome, thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Excuse me. Next item is a discussion regarding employee evaluations. Excuse me. What I'd like to do here is to look at the budget, and if we can, excuse me, develop or approve an evaluation form for our employees, and then look at our budget that we're going to submit for the next fiscal year, and hopefully it'll have capacity to include the raises at that point. So that would be July 1st. So, out of an abundance of caution, I think we need to take a look at the budget and see where we stand.
Well, we'll
And-
be making the budget.
In March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what you said, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. So that's my suggestion, but in the meantime, we can take a look at the form that we would like to utilize, and should be standard across all departments, and approve that, and have that circulate to our supervisors.
Has there been a form designed yet, or?
I mean, I've taken a look at various forms, so if anyone, on council sees something, and I think simplicity is really the best. Take a look, and, we'll get together before the next meeting and have some examples for council to look at, and just choose what we think is the best one.
Okay,
If that's okay with everyone.
yeah,
Okay. And, we can, at that point too, I mean, we can look at cost of living and merit, for the new fiscal year. Any other comments or questions? Okay. Moving on, next is a creation of a 2 co-director position for recreation management. The one existing, Bill, and then one additional to be hired.
okay.
And then there was the $10 one, right?
Well, that's coming, the assistant, yeah. Both of these positions would be hourly, non-exempt at a rate of $13 per hour. And I think this would work really well if the two individuals would cooperate to parse out the responsibilities. And being hourly, it would be a fair representation of what they're contributing to that department. And I think the two together combined would probably approximate what we're paying now for the part-time salary. So I don't think it would cost us anything additional. We're looking at basically evening rec building events and scheduling and such, and then outdoor field events, which Bill excels at, to handle with the kids. So
Oh, yeah.
I think that would work real well and provide enough with the assistant, which we're going to address later, but to help out with management for our dances and activities in the evening when it's been difficult, to have someone there.
Would they be the ones who does the ordering and?
Well, that would be desirable. I mean, we should,
Yeah,
I would think if just take off the pressure off of, honestly, Francis. I mean,
I didn't
there's
know
quite
if
a
Bill
bit.
was doing any of it, that's right.
I don't think, no.
yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, ideally, especially with the new one, because with both of them taking care of, whether it be outdoors, they should have a good grasp of what we need.
yeah. And then, to bundle that in with the next item both together, creating an assistant position, that's envisioned only for the dances, 3 hours or so. I think it would pay for itself if we can run a second raffle. If that person would have capacity to run a second raffle that evening, it would pay for itself literally, and it would.
You can do the second raffle, but
Yeah.
you're not gonna make nothing off of it.
Yeah,
Once they do the 50-50, they're really tight with that, and you can see what you make off of that.
mhm.
Yeah.
And once they do that, they don't do for nothing else. I've
Okay.
tried it, and they just don't.
Not
A lot
interested.
of them's older and on a fixed income. I think's
Yeah.
what it is. It's
Yeah,
not that they're, and plus our dances are more than any other dance. You can go any place else, it's $5.
Sure.
Ours is 10.
Okay, okay,
So,
fair enough.
Yeah, that
I
makes
just don't
sense.
think that would that route would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can see why they like doing the 50/50, even help them to maybe possibly recoup some of their own expenses.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Well, I mean, and the amount of, we'd be paying whoever that is not that,
no,
you know, it's.
No, I mean, you
Just
know,
having that extra help's gonna be, it will be worth it.
I would hope so, and you know, we can always change it. But you know, I'm just thinking that you know we need you know to have the employees involved, and you know we as the governing body, you know, oversee everything, and we shouldn't be there shouldn't be an unfair burden placed on any of us, quite frankly, and that's my whole purpose here, you know. So like I say, yeah, the $30 an evening for that purpose, I don't think would stretch us too far. And really, I mean, you know, we've talked before that we hope to ramp up not just that activity, but lots of activities and rent out additional space at the rec center for, you know, for other parties and such, once that new room is complete. So I think money-wise, I think we'll be fine. But the whole purpose is just to structure it so that, you know, we have ample personnel, you know, to take care of it and not, you know, not overly burden any one person. So, I mean, that's just a suggestion. It's up to council, of course. So what do y'all think?
I'm good with it.
Yeah,
Francis?
Well, the hourly sounds great,
Mhm.
but I'm gonna tell you, I don't think it'll work. I really don't. When you say hourly, how do you track a 5-minute phone call, or how do you track, you know what I'm
that's
saying?
true. I see, yeah.
When you go to doing scheduling, cause I've done it for a year and a half,
Mhm.
they may call you, then they call back, well, can you do this, or can you do that? You may schedule it and you never hear from them until the day of. Or they call and just ask you 50 questions. This, that, and the other. How do you keep track of every one of those to make an hour?
Yeah, she's right. Yeah, you're totally
It's-
right. I didn't even think about that.
It's really difficult for that, and I understand, because I feel right now, what we're paying, we're not getting enough. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
I think we're not getting our money that way. I think we're losing money in that sense, but also I don't want to set up something that paying by hourly, that in the long run, when you got two people keeping their own time, when it comes together, well, it was a lot more than what was just when we had the one person. I don't know what the answer is.
Yeah.
I really don't. But that scheduling and the time you do put in, people, even me, when I run up to open the door for somebody, you know, I'm out 3 or 4 minutes.
Mhm.
But if they're driving all the way from Canal City,
Mhm.
are we gonna pay them all that time, just drive up there and unlock a door? And I know we've got the new key system coming,
That,
but what
Yeah.
happens until we get it?
what if, just an idea, if one of them that's gonna be the main one to just, maybe to take over the ordering and take over the scheduling and stuff, they go more on a, we pay them the monthly thing, and the other goes to an hourly, where they do more of the, like, come down and do that activity.
Okay, well, it's kind of split. You're saying ordering.
Well,
It's
I
not
mean,
that-
when I say you,
Yeah,
you know,
but the
you know what I'm
order,
saying.
I get online of a night, place the order, I rent out Sam's, pick it up, they come bring it in the car.
Okay,
It's not no big deal. I mean, it's nothing. But when you're doing two, then you're saying two. But when you have one person scheduling for the rec building, then you're gonna have Bill scheduling for the ball field and all that. So you still got two scheduling going
no,
on.
no, just make the one does the scheduling,
Well, it's not working that way.
is it not?
He does great with the ball field and stuff, with the players and getting the team schedule and all that. He does great with that.
Well,
But
what-
with the scheduling of the rec center, it's not as good. And not that he doesn't try, just I think he gets overwhelmed with it.
Well,
What if we split the salary? $450 apiece a month.
I think your best bet is to do something
Yeah.
like that. I
mean,
really
it's-
do.
It's 900, so if we split
Mhm.
that $450 apiece,
That works.
and
Because-
if that doesn't work, we can always change it again.
Because here's the way I look at it. We've had that one person doing all this in the past.
Yeah.
Now, was it done the best? Maybe not. But right now, it's just, it needs repairs. It needs, that system down there is repaired. And if we do it 50-50, let them split it. One takes care of scheduling the rec building and all that, and the dances and all that. The other one does scheduling for the ball field, and they work.
Okay.
But that,
And
doing
then
the
we-
hourly, I just don't think it'll work.
After you say that,
I
I
really
totally
don't.
agree. Yeah, that makes, yeah.
Been there,
It's-
done
it's
that,
all-
and it
yeah.
just don't work.
Yes.
I don't feel that it'll work.
Yeah.
I think in the long run, you're gonna spend out more, and what I'm here to do is not spend any more of the town money than we have to.
Sure.
Are we
You know.
spending money this month since the rec building's closed? Are we paying?
Yeah,
Are we paying some money
Probably,
since it's closed?
yep.
Yeah.
For nothing.
yeah.
This is the
When
time,
you're talking about scheduling for the rec building, you're talking about like other activities and stuff too, maybe?
Parties.
That's what I'm,
Even-
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying, you know, like if,
And I've already, the bands, I mean, I know them, and there's only 7 or 8 of them. I know them pretty well, and I don't care to break down a Saturday night schedule.
Yeah,
That's not a big deal. Give Ruth the list of the bands, because that's something else. She needs that list, who to pay and all that. I do
Right.
that once a month. That's not a big deal, but now, when you do,
right, that's
people
what
call
I'm
and want to
saying.
rent it for a wedding or a birthday party or this, that, and they'll ask 50 questions, and then, well, let me check with so-and-so, and then they're calling back, and it can get
Oh, yeah,
aggravating. It
yeah,
can.
yeah.
Yeah,
So, and it can be time consuming, and it may not, but I just didn't know how you was gonna
yeah. That's a
keep
good,
track of all that
Well, yeah,
hours.
that's a
well,
good idea.
Yeah, that's a good
But I
idea.
think the splitting it,
Mhm.
and then you kind of split duties, one take care of the ball field and all that, the other one take care of the rec building.
Well,
Yeah.
Francis, like in your, opinion, would a like, a fair split would maybe be like letting Bill take care of the ball field in Bill Wells Park and then let the other guy take care of the rec?
that's what we're
Because-
saying.
Yes.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
we're
Yes,
saying.
because Bill is excellent when it comes to the ball part and the field.
Yeah, I
He's
heard the ball field,
experienced
but
in
I
that.
didn't hear anything about Bill Wells
Yeah.
Park, so I was kind of wondering
Bill
where
Wells
was.
Parks, last year we didn't rent it, I got a lot of phone calls for rental, but where it wasn't up to par.
Right.
But if we get that up and going, I really feel the person that does the rec building should take care of that.
Yeah, Brown? I'm just
I mean, the scheduling of that, yeah. Because it, and you only have that really a couple, 2 or 3 months of the year.
Right.
They'll start like in April, May, and if they're gonna book it, they'll have it booked by June, you know.
Yeah, I like to
And,
see it get vamped back up, and of course, I know they want to finish that natural park installation, I don't think it's not finished.
But,
Oh, no, no.
In all honesty, when the ball field is up and running, Bill will have his schedule kind of packed,
Right.
juggling those around, all the teams trying to get in and play and all that.
Yeah,
Like I
they'll
said,
be
he's super
busy.
great with it, he knows the people, he knows the coaches.
It's probably
Like I
a
said-
better idea, cause then when we do have like Labor Day and stuff, he can take over that, and then whoever the other person is has the other half of it,
at the building.
at the building. That's probably a good idea, period.
It's
You
good.
I mean-
Make a motion, Mayor?
Yeah, any other discussion? Any further? Okay.
No, I was just gonna mention that whatever we do, there needs to be total communication with everybody involved.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's only so many hours in the day, and Bill, I know he's got a lot going on, so his focus isn't always down here, and I understand that.
Sure.
But that doesn't mean whoever you bring in the burden isn't totally put on them. And it should be a 50-50 balance if possible, and they have to talk to each other.
You still need to communicate.
To iron this stuff out, iron the schedules out, make sure everybody's on the same sheet of music. And if we do that moving forward, we'll be successful. But I'm good with it. I like what I'm hearing, so.
I think it'll work.
Yeah.
And, with the assistant, I mean, do you want to do that, pursue that? Like I say,
The
what
$10
would
hour thing?
be like
Now,
3 hours a
What
week?
is that exactly for?
Well,
Kitchen?
kitchen, just to help in the kitchen. Basically, I mean, or take the money, either way, whatever you,
Well, if you've got 2 directors,
yeah,
and one, because it really, 2 people is about the only thing you really have to have there.
Yeah.
Right.
You got one for the kitchen and one for the taking money, yeah.
well,
Yeah, but one's
my-
probably not gonna be there.
that was my,
That was
Yeah.
kinda the,
yeah, exactly.
Right, so that was, I guess, the $10
yeah.
thing
Okay,
was for
I
that.
mean, it's worth it just because,
but, now wait a minute, when you get hired to do a job, and that's in that job description, and you're not doing it, then you don't get paid.
I know.
we need to
It's, I
set
mean,
up,
I'm just, that's what I am.
Set
If
up
I've
a
got
list
somebody
of
work for me and they're not doing their job, then they're not gonna get paid.
need to set
Well,
up
but
a,
then
a, yeah,
that's looking back at hourly though.
But that's what I'm saying, if this is your job description, you was hired for this, this is, you need to be there. Now, if you're sick, then when I came
that's
back from
different.
Ohio,
That's
exactly.
different.
Got a phone call, I'm in Ohio with my kids. I came back, he's sick, I don't have a problem at all with that. But when you put to me, when you have a job, you know that's your job,
That's
fine.
exactly right.
You know it's your job, you know you'll be
Absolutely.
there at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Absolutely.
You know it a week ahead of time. Then you don't wait till that night and say, well, I'm gonna go out to eat, or I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna do that. And, you know, you just don't do that. It's a job. So I just think it's a job description. It needs to be laid out and said, look, now if you can't do this, then we'll work around it.
Yeah.
As long as you can, you know, this is what we're hiring you for, this is what we expect of you.
But
Every job I've ever had has been like that.
but the person already knows what their job description is, and they don't seem to be doing it.
Well,
But that's his job.
Well,
That's
then-
what I'm saying.
No, I really feel sometimes that Bill's had too many chiefs and there's been too many people that told him, oh, you can do this and you can do
Yeah.
this and you can do this. And then it gets dumped in my lap and I'm, well, why is it on? Well, so-and-so told me I didn't have to do it. Well, you go to the mayor. And that's what I told him.
Yeah,
They're not your boss.
That's right.
That's your boss. That's
That's
who
right.
you go to.
that's right.
So I couldn't blame Bill for a lot of things happening through the holidays because other people told him, you don't have to do this, you don't have
Did you come to the dances?
He did New Year's Eve night.
Did he come
But-
to the ones before?
No,
Okay.
but
That's the point
Yeah.
I'm trying to get at.
yeah, but like I said, there is times, Bill's great at what he does.
Oh, absolutely. I agree.
Love the boy to death.
I agree.
Well, okay,
I agree.
But-
let me just, to clarify here.
Mhm.
If council wants me to enforce, like, all activities to be shared and participated in by both co-directors, I'll do that. But if you do want it split, then, you know, we have to make that clear as well, like outdoor
Exactly.
I would say
activities.
split.
Okay,
myself.
in that case, I mean, yeah, you just tell me what you want, both, or,
What do you think?
you know what I'm saying?
Well, what I think you need to do is sit down and make your list, what all needs to be done,
Yeah,
and then kind of split from there. Now, if one of them's short on some areas, do you know what I'm saying, then take some of the duties off this one and put onto that one.
Sure.
Till you work it out kind of even, and then sit down and say, this is what we expect of you, this is what you get your paycheck for,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah. The way I was looking at it, the way I was looking at it was our outdoor facilities, which,
Mhm.
very soon will be numerous if we include, you know, our visitor center, potential rail fan park, which I'd love to do, Bill Wells Park, the ball field. I think that would be equal to activities within the rec building.
I think so.
You know, if you're managing, because it's like we talked with Bill, I'd like to see some winter activities. I know that, you know, rental of the synthetic ice rink for hockey and ice skating, different things for winter activities that would include, you know, an outdoor presence. So my thought was that we were separating the two, but if you want everything to be shared, we can do that too. I mean, it's up to council. Council just needs to tell me how to manage these.
Well, the thing right now, let me interject there. You're saying all this stuff here, but we don't have all that stuff
I
right
know.
now.
I know.
So us do with what we got
Yeah.
right now. And then when we get to, we have more, then we can always go back and address the issue. But for right now it's getting time for that ball season. Grant you, whoever, Bill, is gonna be swamped. But now, once that's over with all winter, what's he got to do?
He has basketball then.
One night a week.
Yeah, but, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Michael.
Grant you, during the months that the ball field's being used, his plate will be full, but after that, it's not. So that's the reason I thought if we could just kind of take all the duties, kind of split them, and even when he is busy during ball field season,
Still stuff he can do.
maybe, yeah, something that he could still, the other person may be able to do. That when then it lightens up and he don't have, it's just something, you know
Well, like-
what, I think truthfully is trying to find somebody else for this position, then getting the two together and working from there. I think's what we would need to do. And then that way, and pick and choose, you know, let him, if Bill's comfortable doing this and this other person may be comfortable doing that. But I just think paying two people, should be able to take care of the rec building and not spend that extra. And $30 a Saturday night don't sound like a lot, but you add that up in a year's time.
Yeah.
That's coming out of the town's,
Yeah.
it's coming out of our budget, and I just,
I'm waiting.
I don't mean to be a stick in the mud. There's
Oh,
just gotta be
no.
a solution. We just need to work through it. And I've always volunteered, don't care to volunteer. If I volunteer to do something, I will be there.
Sure.
But I do like, every now and then having a little break.
No,
You need
And
it.
I don't mind going up there collecting the money. What I do mind is go up there collect money and tell my husband and kids I'll be home at 8:30, and I come dragging in at 10:30
yeah,
because
right.
Yeah.
And that's what I was trying to help with.
yes, and I appreciate that more than anything. I do, but I don't like I said. I just when I make a promise, I will keep that promise, and that's why I feel like if you're getting paid, that's your job. You need to be doing your job, regardless who you are.
No, I agree. I just envision a lot more activity. I mean,
Yes.
just everyone knows, I mean, we're renovating the second floor room on the left, which I think we can rent consistently for a lot less than we rent the whole, rec building for birthday parties or any activities. And so you have to manage that too. And Bill Wells Park will be operational this summer, I guarantee, whatever we have to do. So there's gonna be quite a bit. I mean,
There he is.
I just, okay, but so,
Well, we can go with with this for now, and if you see the need for the kitchen person, we can go from there, if you think
We're
it's
gonna
needed.
split it, right?
I think you should just make your list and sit down with
Yeah.
whoever you hire and try to work it out.
Okay.
But
Well, since
I've done everything except the ball field. I never had fooled with that, and it wasn't that big of a deal to me. Now, it may be to other people, but taking a phone call, doing a scheduling, checking your schedule, make sure you got everybody on the right page, informing Ruth, this is who I've got it rented to this week. Here's a list of the bands for the month. It's not that difficult.
yeah.
Well, I mean, the person, I would love for whoever it is, like during the day, especially if it's somebody here in town, to, maybe activities that some of the people come in during the day.
I
even
would
if
love
it's-
to see something go on during the day for seniors.
Yes.
Not every day, maybe one day a
That's-
week.
That's what
I would love that.
that's what I would love to see that. But, so are we gonna do, are we gonna hire somebody?
Well, okay, if I'm not mistaken, we want to hire a co-director
Okay.
and then assess from that point forward.
Right.
Yes.
I agree.
That's what I'm saying.
I think this is a great opportunity while you're on break with renovations, you're bringing a second person, these are the expectations for those positions. And that's what I mentioned earlier about communication, not overburdening one person or the other. That's a great opportunity to establish what we want done, and then move from there. And if it's not working, and if we don't need that extra person at the rec, that's great.
Yeah.
But that's a great time to establish it, and then let's see how it goes. If anything changes, if not, then there you go.
Hopefully, we'll have more stuff to rec besides just the dance on Saturday
Right,
night.
right.
You know,
What we need.
Well,
We need it.
Exactly.
We need it.
exactly,
when,
that's what I'm saying.
do you wanna make up a list of stuff? Or do you want, I could get with you and,
That's what I was gonna say. More heads is better than one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
honestly, it wouldn't hurt for like me, Bill, even Dave here to come, or anybody else. Sit down and anything you can think of, but yeah, there's a lot more to it. I mean, there's things, I've been doing it. There's still things you ask me right now.
you
I'll
wouldn't
probably
remember,
forget.
yeah.
Okay.
And then once I post it, you'll come in and,
Right.
yeah.
But I do wanna say that Wayne does an excellent job cleaning.
Oh, absolutely.
That boy, I mean, since he's been cleaning, it's a world difference. World difference. So that, I think it was a really smart move and, really good use of the money for the town. I really do. For the people that use the rec
Yeah,
building.
he does a good job.
He does an excellent job.
We're down there working.
Right.
Never have to tell him to do it. He's there doing it.
He's always been a good worker.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You go
Until we
back
get a
over a
chance
decade.
and get some kind of, duties, I'm not gonna post it, cause this one I'll most likely just put on Facebook. Until we got kind of an idea of the duties, I'm not gonna post it till we got something I can put on there with it.
Okay?
Okay. So, do I have a motion then to hire a second?
Excuse me, Debbie already made the motion.
Oh, did you?
I'll second it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I have a motion then, from
Becca did it.
Councilperson Skeens and a second from Councilperson Bass. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion
Sorry, I'm
carries.
taking over the blue hair, can't help it.
That's okay. All right. Okay, good deal. Next is discussion regarding code enforcement, animal control. Chuck, were we able to get the individual to come?
Yeah, he's here.
Okay,
I didn't know if
We
we
were
had to
wondering who that was.
put it, we have to put it out there for everyone before we can hire him.
yeah.
Okay, but we want him.
Yeah,
I didn't
Well,
say that.
we were interested in, hiring for a code enforcement officer and animal control. Could you step up to the mic and introduce yourself, please?
My name's Brian Winnington. I'm from Smithers. I'll let you know, I work for Montgomery and Smithers as a code enforcement officer, and I did a little bit of everything in Montgomery. I caught dogs, I did a little bit of everything, so.
Okay.
He's hired
Yeah, that
hot dogs.
was a question about animal control.
running everywhere.
Was that- Yeah, okay.
Animal control, I mean, you give me the pole, I've caught them. We had a pack of wild dogs up there that we ended up having to get a dart gun to shoot them with, to put
Oh,
them
wow.
down to actually catch them.
Hmm.
That was very interesting. It was some long hours, but
Yeah.
we got them.
These aren't wild.
Well, let me ask you, what we're planning to do, and we will have to post this,
Yes,
and
sir.
take applications, but, the idea here is to hire someone full-time, for the town, and then, maybe 2 days a week, with other communities in the Upper Canal Valley, lend that person out for a day, to say Bell or Cedar Grove or wherever.
You'd get the paycheck from us. That
Yeah, we
wouldn't-
would
yeah.
pay.
Well, and I can tell you that I did that with, I actually went all the way up to Cowan.
Oh, wow.
Like once a month, I'd go
Oh,
up there for
wow.
a couple of days,
That was a drive.
and spend a couple of days up there trying to help them get things situated. So that's nothing for me to do.
Now, we wouldn't make you go that far.
And-
It was actually pretty nice. It was a vacation.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
But,
Yeah, it is a pretty drive.
yeah.
It's pretty up.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Yeah,
and that,
Webster
that would
County
keep the
used to be one of the
accounting and
counties.
everything clean
Yeah.
if we handled all the payroll and of course we'd do an MOU with whichever municipality wanted to, join with us and they would pay us, reimburse us for, wages and benefits, so that portion. But anyway, like I say, what we need to do is, I'll talk to, the other 8 mayors, in the Upper Canal Valley and we will have to post this position.
I understand.
And then just get back to you, but we wanted to meet you,
Yes.
for sure.
Thank you
I'll-
for having me.
Any
post it.
questions, council?
I'll post it tonight,
Okay.
and we can post it for, I don't know how long has it gotta be posted for, 7 days or something like that?
Yeah, I would post at least 2 weeks.
2 weeks,
Yeah.
okay.
And you said you're still working up at Montgomery?
I'm
or-
not.
Oh, you're not? Oh, okay.
I left up there for some personal reasons that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and I would explain it to you if y'all, all to the
Aren't
side.
live.
Yeah.
Okay, but does council have any questions of what the idea, the concept here would be?
You're certified in it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And that, I mean,
All
already,
I have to do is I go back and I keep up with my training, so I just have to be affiliated with the city to go back and get
Yeah.
my certification again.
and the fact that you know everything already, I mean, you can,
Yeah.
I actually
That's-
helped one of your guys down here at one time, John Perrine. He used to call me all the time to try to help him figure things out or how to do something. So when he would come up to Montgomery and work, we would work real close
Yeah.
together, so.
Okay. Okay, well, I appreciate you coming,
Yes.
but we'll undertake those 2 steps and see.
and get an interview going very
where we
soon.
are.
Okay.
And of course, like our merit and COLA increases, it's all dependent on the budget, so we have to take a look at the budget, make sure we can afford to do it. So those three elements are still outstanding,
Yeah,
but
I understand.
Yeah,
But
but I
thanks for having me. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you.
Thank
Thank you.
You too, sir.
Okay. Next, under finance, Roger couldn't be here tonight. He did generate the statements and they're
Yeah, I've
passed
wrote
out,
that.
but if it's okay with everyone, I'll just let everyone take a look at those and on
Gotcha.
their own. Yeah. Yeah. Is that all, isn't it?
There's a few, but there's.
Let me take- I wondered about that myself.
It's all, they're not in here.
Some-
Wait.
some are, but-
Send me some.
Yeah, yeah, but there's not hardly any. That's why I was asking, I'm like, if I lost them
Okay.
from here to here.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
All right,
Scott said the same thing.
next on the agenda is the general fund revision and resolution.
I can read it all if you want. I was just
Okay,
saying
did
that.
you just make the two?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I'll pass this down and you can pass
Oh,
it.
I didn't think about making it for.
Anyway, I prepared the budget resolution, if you want to take a look, pass it down. This kind of straightens out different line items as routine for the general fund after half a year through 12/31. I took a look at all the expenditures and adjusted the accounts to best represent, what we anticipate spending through June 30th. And you'll probably recall that, this will take place again May or June, for a final look at our budget to make sure we're in compliance with the state auditor, which requires a 2%, no more than a 2% variance within a department. But
True.
my opinion, like I say, I put this together and everything looks like it's still on track. I think, cash-wise, we're fine as well. The second quarter fiscal year B&O receipts are coming in as we speak, so everything seems to be in pretty good shape. But this budget revision, like I say, this puts us in full compliance as of my projections for June 30th. And recorder has the resolution.
Yes.
Whatever.
Alright, at a regular session of the municipal council held July 18th, 2022, 2023, better fix that date.
Yeah.
The following order was made and entered. The revision of the levy budget, estimate budget of the town of Marmet, the following resolution was offered. The subject to approval of the state auditor as ex officio chief inspector of public offices, the municipal council does hereby direct the budget be revised prior to the expenditure or obligation of funds for which no appropriation or insufficient appropriation currently exists. As shown on general fund budget revision number 1, a copy of which is entered as part of this record.
Okay. Has everyone had a chance to review the budget revision?
Yes.
Who's ready?
Oh, yeah. Not past it.
I'll send everybody a copy, the email.
Then-
Same-
Anybody need to see it again?
I'll send the email.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve?
Make a motion.
I have a motion from Mr. McGee. Do I have a second?
I'm making my.
Second, Councilperson Long. All in favor? Oh,
No, now I gotta
this
do-
takes a voice vote.
Right.
Yeah. Councilperson Armentrout,
Yes.
Councilperson Bass,
Yes.
Councilperson Long,
Yes.
Councilperson McGee,
Yes.
Councilperson Skeens,
Yes.
Mayor Fontalbert,
Yes.
Recorder Fontalbert, yes. And it was, who was first, who was second?
Michael?
Michael
was
and then,
first and I was
Yeah.
second.
See, you signed this one, and I signed that one.
okay. You and Michael was
Michael was first, I was second.
okay.
Okay, thank you. Next is a discussion and approval to send out delinquent garbage accounts, Recorder Fontalbert.
Yeah, we talked about it the last administration, but one of the problems was where Ruth was by herself and I work during the day. It was hard to have them come in to make payment, to sign off on payment, agreements when it was only her. It just wasn't it wasn't feasible. But, I'd like to try it again, and she has, Tracy's in there too now. And Scott had sent me one which I still have. See if you all would be willing to let me go ahead and we send those out and see what we can come up with. This was for anything over $200. I added up and there was only 3 of them that was over 200. The rest of them were way over that. $13,000.
I think something we need to do too is start taking, credit cards here in the office.
We got the thing.
Huh?
We got the stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
why are we not doing that? I mean, huh?
We should be.
Are we?
No,
We need to start taking them. Somebody comes in to pay a fine, somebody comes in to pay a bill.
The fines and stuff, I don't think they're able to, with the way the court's set up right now, I don't think that they can, I think they can't take
A credit
credit card on
Most
it.
court systems don't.
Yeah, I
If
only,
somebody that owes a bill walks in with a credit card, you better take it.
no,
But
I'm
that's a
talking
bill
about with the
different from
court.
It's
With the
it's two
court.
different things.
Well, we need to start taking, credit cards.
I think too, Scott, we need to approve a convenience fee, right?
We've already done all that.
Oh,
We
we've already done
have,
the
we
convenience
have all that.
We did
It's all been done.
Okay,
Then why are
And-
we not taking them?
Yeah,
Don't ask me.
yeah,
good question. Why
It,
aren't we?
I mean,
it's,
Well, I mean, do we have credit card capacity? So we're not turning it into play, are we?
I don't,
Right.
that's my knowledge.
I don't know.
What is it, Brian?
talking anything, if they come in to pay
What?
anything.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's true.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, almost because.
Well,
Right.
Under the idea that assumption.
Well, they could still,
We never sue nobody.
yeah, I mean, we
Right.
can still send them up there to pay that. And then, where we get the statements every month or something like that. We'll see how much they pay. But,
Take their money here.
Yeah, I'll ask her to commence it immediately then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
no reason why we should not be
There's no
taking credit
reason why
cards.
we should not be.
as far as ours,
No.
I believe our system is still, because where we're with the new website company, we're, gotta get the stuff, they've got me a prep site up, I gotta get information, just start handing it to them.
That might have been the delay, cause I think it was supposed to be through the website that never got set up.
Well, it's been in there, but, I'm not sure if she's gotten the new one or not. I'll make sure, I'll find out.
Because we should be taking credit cards
Yeah, we should never
for
turn
payments
down
on
money.
anything.
Okay.
Cause
That needs to be
Especially
done.
for like a rental.
Cause
I'm-
people don't carry cash. I know I
Yesterday.
don't.
I can't help that right
I know,
now.
I'm just saying, that should have been done a long time ago. We need to get, this is 2023, we need to get in it.
Yeah, nobody
Okay.
hardly carries cash anymore.
Regardless, I can get them cause we get it started.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, to get the letter started, and put out there.
It's not safe
Absolutely.
to carry cash.
I got 30 days to pay.
Yeah.
No, oh, no, not with some of these, you don't understand, we're talking,
I know.
over $1,000.
Some of them have never paid.
I know.
That's
I've
the
got a
point I'm
couple
trying
that's
to make.
$1,200.
Let me ask you, are we allowed to put a lien on the property if it's not paid? Then why are we not doing that?
Well, most
Are we
of
still
them are
picking up their
rentals.
garbage?
We
Well-
can't not, just not do that.
Okay, go ahead,
West
Scott.
Virginia
So you've got a
State code.
You can't put a statutory lien on it. The statutory liens
I
for
don't
service
understand why they
fees,
say
but they've gotta be
don't pick up
essential
garbage.
services. Free refuse, you would
Now,
have
in
to go down to
Kentucky,
Call
it's
County National Court, file a suit, get a judgment, then take that judgment, file on it. And so, look, I know it's tough, it's on or whatever else. Oh, my only point is philosophical. It's a poor message to send to people, hey, that your neighbor walks away scot-free with the
Right.
same amount of trash, and we don't hold them accountable.
And we still pick up their garbage.
I think we're probably requiring the law still pick up the trash regardless, because if David's paying his trash and Michael's not, and Michael's piled up next to David, it's not fair to David. So I think for the health menace aspect, that you still probably gotta pick up the trash, but you ought to make them accountable, get on payment plan, pay something.
Yeah.
Well, in Huntington, we had some, reduced fees for people who were below federal poverty guidelines, which is a reasonable thing to do. But we have no such structure here, and we're just letting people, and I think it's people who are just heard way back when, oh, don't pay that because they can't shut your water off.
That's
or
exactly
Don't
right.
worry about it. I heard it from people, and they said, yeah, that sounds like good advice.
Well-
The problem was at that junction, we should have jumped in and said, hey, that's not the answer.
It-
Your neighbor paid, you pay.
Well, and a
It's-
lot of
it's act-
people have never paid.
Well, no, believe it or not, that 13,000 is not that many people. Strangely enough,
understand.
it just unfortunately the
I understand.
ridiculous amount.
I
So, I
understand.
mean, majority of people, because I've gone through all of them, majority of people are keeping up with it and doing their part, but
And you have a few that are
Just
well
don't
enough
pay.
to pay it, that's not paying it. I
Yeah.
think everybody's sitting
and
there
with the
knows who it
lien,
is.
I don't know how, if they don't have anything to put a lien on, can we even we can't even put a lien.
Well,
No.
you could lien any real property in that person's name, that lien would attach, I mean, unless they're a
Yeah,
rental.
of course, if you have
most
to rental, you
people,
can't.
own the house, I don't know,
Most of these are,
rentals.
Rental, can we put that back on the owner?
No.
Well, that's debatable, we could look and see. Some places do, places hold the owner accountable.
Well, he ought to be
And
accountable.
make it get them from the landlord. That's a long story, I don't.
But if you charge $250 a month rent,
Yeah.
and make it $265 and
That's
pay the
fair.
garbage bill.
Yeah, that's the theory. What the state statute says is you charge the user of the fee. Landlord can come in and say, hey, I rent that house to Francis, but I don't generate garbage, Francis does.
Well,
Yeah,
and
that could be the argument they would make. But some places, places I've been, they can, the landlord responsible to get the fees, otherwise it's easier for them.
Right.
You're already collecting the rent, go ahead and get it.
That's right.
So I haven't seen that shot down in a legal challenge, that's, and there's argument.
Just add the $15 onto your rental fee and
I'm
pay
not-
the bill.
I'm not lobbying for a refuge increase, but, mine was $27.
I was gonna
Whatever
say,
people
ours
blame
is
more
cheap.
than that is gonna get
Yeah. Oh,
a
it is.
steal.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
I'm glad, yeah.
absolutely.
I'm not saying right, I'm just saying, that's a good buy, what they're paying.
why can't we, I probably asked you this before, why can't we require their social security number or something? I
For
mean,
what?
is,
I don't
because
think
we,
they have to get it.
No, you
What?
can't.
I don't think they have to get it.
that's
No,
what I'm
they don't.
saying.
No.
But that doesn't make any sense. We can't go out, we can't even take them to the, credit bureau, although majority of these people probably just,
They could care
they
less
could care
about
less
credit
about
bureau.
it,
I know.
but still.
A lot of them can't spell BB forward or backwards.
But at any rate, I'll start sending, getting those
You all
fixed up and,
Well, we got that
It
letter.
just makes me mad. Everybody
yeah,
else
the
got
one,
paid.
you sent it to me and
I paid
Ruth
for
and
a
I
year
were
and a half down there on
tweaking
Jeff
it
Smalls'
before a little bit and, but I'll get it fixed up and I'll how we want to track it.
And hopefully, if people call, we'll get them on payment plan, or maybe make some payments in full.
I mean, there's some of, well, and right now might be a good idea too with it, the time frame.
Yep.
And, but, I mean, there's some of them I know that if they do start paying, there's no way, cause that one, on yours, it was like 6 months and there's some of these, I know there's no, if they start paying, there's no way they'll get them in that amount of time.
I paid on it, there wasn't even nobody living there. These people
Okay.
ought to be able to pay it.
That sounds good. Listen, I'll get together with the accountant, Ruth, and the bank and the accounting firm, or the, accounting software folks, and get this credit card,
Well,
Yeah.
deal worked out.
well, we've already approved all the stuff.
Yeah, but,
Now, with the new company, it's supposed to go, I don't know if she's gotten that set up with them yet or not. I'm not positive.
well,
But
yeah, it's not set up with, Accuphone, so we can't,
that was another thing. It didn't go
Right.
into that.
so we just
I
need
know
to do
that.
that. And make sure the banking, is acceptable and everything, so I'll do that,
Yeah, we need to.
okay. Any other discussion on the garbage? Okay. Next is Police Department update. Lieutenant Buttrick.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Since last council meeting, we've been a little busy. We answered 139 calls for service. Those were our normal 911 hang-up, check on 911 hang-ups. We did have 2 car crashes with injuries that we worked on. 4 animal complaints. I believe there was some citations issued on that. 2 assaults. Actually, we had to make an arrest on one of the assaults because it came with injuries. We had 6 assists for other police departments. We backed those up 6 times. 9 meet complainants. That could be anything from trespassing to my car got broken into. So that'll get tallied in this form as well. 5 domestics. 2 of those got arrested. We got a warrant for an additional 3rd person. We had 5 disturbances. We opened up 5 investigations. We closed 4 of those. 3 larcenies, and I believe 2 of those were out of vehicles. 3 music and noise complaints, given the New Year's holiday. That's probably what that was. 7 shoplifting, that went up a little bit. Suspicious activity, suspicious person, that would totaled up to 8 calls on that. We kind of put those together. Suspicious vehicles, we checked on 4 of those, people calling in and saying there's a certain car going down my street. We go look at that, stop and identify. 29 traffic stops and 6 trespassing complaints that ended up with, I believe it was 4 or 5 citations on that. I don't have the numbers. All of our vehicles are in good shape. I got new tires put on the Explorer. The Dodge's Durango is going to be next in line. All the personnel is up to date on required state mandated training. Today I did order 4 brand new laptops, and we're going to put those in the cruisers. We got those through the Kanawha County Public Safety Grant, and we're going to be transferring from the handwritten paper tickets to the e-tickets, where we'll print them right out of our cruisers.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
I think that's it. That's all on my list.
That's good. Any questions? I appreciate, Chuck, all your hard work.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. And you might want to comment on this next item, which is approval of purchase of GPS dash cams.
Real quick, so I can talk about what you, if I can find that stupid paper you gave me, about, where we can't having trouble getting officers.
It's not a unique problem to us.
Yeah.
It's statewide.
This, I'll pass this down, and, he printed this out. This is just what, from the Lepsis thingy that they send out, or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's our state legislature.
Yeah. I mean, and we can't get, I mean, this is Charleston, St. Alb, I mean, there's,
Yeah, it's
We
everywhere.
cannot compete with
we
that.
can't compete, but they can't get officers either.
No.
So, I just wanted, well, I know you all know, but I wanted other people to understand, it's not like we're not trying to get officers. And we appreciate the ones we got.
Sergeant Kegler from the Kanawha County Sheriff's Department did reach out to me and wanted me to let you guys know that he does have men available for work at their overtime rate, 4 hours a day.
Now, what is it? I'm sorry?
Sergeant Kegler from the Kanawha County Sheriff's Department, Ricky Kegler. He reached out to me, and he knows we're shorthanded like everyone else, and stated that he does have officers that is looking for work as overtime detail. The city would pay their overtime rate, and they use their police vehicle. They only enforce state laws. They do not do anything with the city code enforcement.
I thought Marmet was already in call.
True.
Well, this, absolutely, and they will answer 911 calls. However, if we choose to hire them, they will work 4 hours a day for us and be just exclusive to Marmet for those 4 hours. But it's an expensive rate, and I can attest to that. I have to do it at East Bank, and their overtime rate it's a good living.
You say they pay it and they use their vehicles, Chuck?
What's that?
They pay it and use their own vehicles, is that what you said?
Yeah, we pay their overtime rate.
We pay it.
But
We-
they'll use their own vehicle.
Okay.
Yes, we pay the overtime rate, and it can go up to $50+ an hour.
Yeah.
That's chump change around here.
Oh my gosh.
A little levity, you know, my
I
bad.
didn't say nothing.
Little joke, yeah.
Shoot.
And again, they only work till probably I can't get them working any later than 10 o'clock in East Bank. And they only can do 4 hours a day. And that's just another option that and if you want to see me after the meeting, I can tell you exactly what I do at East Bank and how much it is.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it, Chuck.
Yes, sir.
It is difficult, very difficult. Any further questions? Okay, I had the next item on there for dash cams.
Yes.
You know, in this day and age, I think the dash cam protects our officers as much as it protects the public, you know, and I think it's a good idea. I have looked at quite a few prices, and I think you'd be quite surprised. One of my favorites is, I guess, a well-regarded firm, and you don't purchase the equipment. It's a subscription of $11.95 a month per vehicle. So with 4 vehicles, it'd be $47.80 a month. And like I say, the equipment's provided, and we'd have to turn it back in if we terminate the contract. But that's an example. It's just not that expensive. you
That's
know.
surprising.
Yeah, is it just GPS only, or does it?
No, it's dash cam, and you can get
Okay.
forward facing or forward and cockpit facing as well. That may cost a little bit more, but
Okay.
the forward facing dash cam with GPS was $11.95 a month.
Yeah, cause I've got one in my car, but now, if we do a subscription, are they the ones that actually holds the record? Do they have like the recordings
No,
or?
we would. It's real time. It can be, I guess it's via internet to
Oh, you
Bluetooth.
mean, did we download it off their site?
Yeah.
Is that what you?
That's what I'm saying, you know, cause like with mine, I have a little SD card that goes in it. No, if we get the subscription, is there any way that, just theoretically, could somebody alter something? You know,
It
pull
says
that out and
tamper-proof.
erase it, or, that's what I'm saying, can it be
Yes.
tampered with?
It says tamper proof.
Okay, all right, that's what I was wondering about, you know, because we're paying for,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
a subscription.
Yeah,
Just
there-
make sure it can't be tampered
Right.
with.
And there's others that you can purchase the dash cams, you know, without a subscription. It just depends if you're looking for long-term or, you know, short-term without a commitment type deal.
Right, yeah, okay, then.
How
Yeah,
long
cause
do
I
you
know
have-
like mine, I can pull out the SD card, go format it and just erase everything off of it.
They can be hardwired, or some plug into the ODB port, you know.
Yeah,
on the
mine is
car.
hardwired, I hardwired mine.
I mean, there's a lot of options, but,
It would be nice if they would just turn on when the car starts.
well, that's another,
And turn off
it
when
does.
the car's off.
Well,
It
mine,
does.
if they're hardwired, they normally do that,
Yeah.
That way,
I think,
I
at
wanted to
least
get
mine
your-
does.
Your opinion, Chuck, do you think it would be a good investment? I mean, to me, it seems minimal to protect.
It is a minimal price. I'm all for the body cameras, and I'm all for the in-car cameras. We had them once before here, and they work very well.
Mhm.
We still have evidence tapes in the back from the old VHS days.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, I would like to see it,
Okay.
just for our safety, you know, and the public safety as well.
Exactly. I mean, it goes both ways, really.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it does. I was just wanting to make certain that it couldn't be tampered with.
No, I don't. I mean, some maybe, but no, that's one of their selling points for sure. But I'm really not asking for an approval. It says approve, you know, but I'd like to get some more information together and, you know, bring it back to council and give you all the options, because there are quite a few.
Yeah.
And, you know, street
And-
department too. I mean, you know,
Compare
in case of an
prices.
accident, I mean, it could come in handy. And if you got the street sweeper I mean, it could come in really handy on some things.
Yeah. Well, and former outreach job, they had
Yeah.
GPS in the car, and that really proved out to be handy, because if I was, because I had places like in McDowell County and stuff, it didn't even have cell phone service, but it's hooked up to a satellite. So if for some reason, I should have been back to the office a long time ago and I wasn't, they could at least see where the car was in case I couldn't call them if I was broke down or whatever,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and before anyone asks, this isn't a punitive type action,
No.
Some look at really other applications to make sure that they comply with the speed limits and things of that nature,
To
but
me,
no,
if I
this-
was you guys, I'd want it.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, I
It's
would
like
think so,
cameras
too.
in the classrooms.
Yes.
I'd welcome that.
Yes.
Well, and then you've got proof,
And
you know.
additionally, the rear-facing cockpit camera, that's a plus for us.
Yeah.
There's zero expectation of privacy in a police vehicle.
Yeah,
So if we're out of the car, we have that camera facing and
Yeah,
they're
look at
chatty.
that's true too.
Yeah, look
That's true.
for
Yeah,
both.
and they're chatty, then we can, by
Use
all
that.
means, use all that in court.
True. I didn't think of that.
Oh, yeah, yeah, and, and just like with most HR, if, you got a position, you got this kind of equipment and stuff, you have to tell them upon hiring and stuff that it's even there anyway,
Right.
so, I mean.
No, he's talking about, criminal.
Oh, I know that, but I mean, even like we
Or-
hire, somebody, it's not an entrapment thing, cause, they're told right up from the beginning. Just like when I had my job, if I told them I was in McDowell County, well, then I'd be stupid if I was on a shopping spree in Virginia, cause they can see where I'm at.
Yeah,
Okay.
come back with those, Dave.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, the cost surprised me. I mean, it's just.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah,
So I'll do that. Plus, we've got opioid funds. This would be an ideal use for some of that, I think. Wouldn't hurt our general fund budget, but
oh, okay.
Attorney
Well,
General
that's-
hasn't released any of that yet, so I don't know what, they were supposed to by May.
Yeah,
I mean, we haven't gotten a dime, so I don't understand.
yeah, 'cause we had to rush to get those things in there.
Yeah. But anyway,
Government's kinda slow sometimes.
but I appreciate
Not
it.
our government.
But I'll get a bunch of information and we and Chuck take a look at it and see
Yes,
what.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'd be happy to look in that with you.
Okay, appreciate it. Thanks. Next is Street Department.
You're up.
Evening, Mayor, council members. I appreciate everything you do for us and what you do for the town. So some of the stuff that I already have wrote down here, but I just want to give you guys an idea. I don't know if you guys, we have a department head meeting every Monday now. And just to give you an idea, I counted through, I mean, everything is broke down here, but I counted on here, there's 31 special projects that we have on these two sheets. So just giving y'all an idea, and this has nothing to do with sanitation. This has nothing to do with our daily operations. This is just special stuff. I mean, it's anywhere from the annex over here to the rec center to the Bill Wells. It's all right here. So we're on all this stuff, but we just got so many hours a day to do it. So that's our problem. So, but I just wanted to let you guys know and let everybody else know. I mean, we're trying to get this stuff, but it's just gonna be slow.
Well, I think you do a great job myself.
Yeah, I mean, but like I said, and this has nothing to do with anything else. This is just special projects alone. So, but that's kind of where we are, and we, well, that's for instance the annex across the street here. Me, Dave, and Jeremy's actually going to go with us to that meeting with the Kanawha County Ambulance Authority. We're going down there to try to get the pump station squared away for the annex over here. And, it's just little stuff like that. There's all kinds of meetings and everything on here. And the security cameras, we're still trying to get them up. We're waiting on AEP. I mean, we're ready. We're waiting on AEP. We got, like I said, Bill Wells is on here. The new shelters are on here. The benches are on here. I mean, it's all on here. We just got to get to it.
Yeah, just got to
So-
prioritize.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's just-
Yeah.
And, you know, so, I mean, but, I know a lot of people think, you know, we don't do anything, but let them ride with us for a little while. We'll show them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll put them down in the ditch. But yeah, I mean, I just wanted to, you know, to you know, just let you guys know that, you know, I'm definitely on it.
Yep.
But,
Yeah,
it
we,
is
we
what
know
it
you
is.
guys work.
When you start in 98th Street,
We're actually, yeah, that was next. We're starting on 98th Street Thursday, weather permitting.
Yeah.
So that's we're getting on that, and kind of going back a little bit. I actually showed Dave today our snowplow and spreader is finally in, and so hopefully next week we can get that put on the 1 ton. So that'll be another one. So that'll make us 3 plow trucks if we have to. And let's see, what else do I have here? Oh shit, left it over there. I think that's it. Other than, I got with BJ about the auction vehicles, and I'm trying to get that done. So that'll hopefully we can get that taken care of too. So, but you know, all the other than that, you know, all the vehicles doing good. Everything's running. Back truck's back. We're using it. Street sweeper's up. We're using it. So, but we get the plow on, and we'll be up and running again. And trying to think. I think that's all I got. Unless you guys have anything else for us. I hope not, but if you do, I'll add it to my list.
Appreciate you guys out in the rain and mud and everything last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably gonna be doing it again this week.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, appreciate everything you guys are doing out here, and don't worry about, you know, waiting around, because sometimes when you're in city government, you gotta wait. That's part of the game sometimes.
Right.
You gotta wait on a meeting, you gotta wait on equipment to arrive, things like that. But,
Right.
you know, there's always something to keep you busy and get some work done.
Yeah. Oh, and also too, just want to let y'all know, I was actually talking to Terry Moran, who's our engineer, and Dave was in the sanitation meeting. What we're going to do on 98th Street on the drop inlets is we're going to go up there and go ahead and dig that. So it's going to be open, but we're going to barricade it, you know, because we have to get them measurements right whenever we order them drop inlets to make sure they're right, because if you don't, they're not going to work. So we're going to go ahead and dig it up, take the measurements, and then order it. And it's a 2-week lead time, but we're going to, like I said, we're going to barricade it off, you know, even if we have to buy plywood or whatever we got to do. But it's going to be barricaded, but it will be open. But I hate that, but that's the best way to do it, to make sure you're right.
I was gonna say, is there any way letting the residents there know that? Because if not, the first complaint you're gonna get, they come up here and dug these holes and just walked off and left them.
Yeah, well, that's another reason why I did this. So hopefully some people will hear it.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, we'll get in touch with them. I'm sure when we start digging up there, they're gonna be coming out, and we'll see them.
Especially the ones right in front of their
Right,
houses and stuff.
exactly.
Let them know what's going on. I
Yeah.
think that the communication's great with that.
Yeah, and you know, and that's gonna be a big job.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not gonna be a 2-day job, by a long shot. You know, we're just going to hit a couple wires here and a couple wires there, and just do the best we can. So
That's all you can do.
yeah, because we just don't have the manpower to stay on it.
on our Facebook page or VJ or something? You know,
Oh, yeah,
schedule?
yeah, that would be easily done.
Okay.
Yeah, we just kind of need to know what the schedule is and what's going
Okay.
on, and
We're
Yeah,
starting
that-
Thursday, you know, weather permitting, of course. You know, I'm gonna try not
rain.
to end
Gonna
up in
rain.
like, yeah, I'm sure it is, but you know, the picture I seen you guys, that was awful. I mean, every single one of us was just, I mean, it was bad.
And then I called you when you got home.
Yeah, it's okay. That's perfectly fine. That ain't a problem.
yeah, just let us know what you kind of want on there, because, you know
Yeah,
if there'll be any kind of interruptions or
right.
traffic, or, I mean, you know more what's,
Yeah, who actually does take care of the Facebook stuff like that?
BJ mostly, but I do help out.
Okay. Well, I mean, I just
And-
like
and
to have
Ruth does-
somebody.
And Ruth does too.
Yeah, I just like to have somebody, you know, like, you know, it's getting 15 to 3 or something, the hole's gonna be open, I can, you know, shoot you guys a message and say, hey, this is what's going on, this is why we stopped.
Yeah.
You know?
And yeah, for the most part. And of course, if she's in school, it's easier if you text me.
Okay.
You know, because there's times I'm in meetings and I'm on the phone, but I usually I see text messages a lot faster than I do an email.
Well, how about I put you, Ruth, and BJ in one, and then just shoot it that way, and then that way one of the three should catch it, right?
Right, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Does anybody else have anything else for me?
Any other things for Brian? Questions? All right, appreciate it, Brian.
Mhm.
Thanks, man.
Y'all be careful
All
working.
right.
All right, next is recreation update. Anything, Francis?
No, we're closed down.
Yeah. True.
Just the dance for New Year's Eve was it was really a good dance. You know, the people really liked it, good turnout. But everything shut down, hopefully when this is all said and done, that red building is gonna look so much nicer. And you're right, as far as rental, to me, that's all about making money and we could rent the bottom half plus that room upstairs,
Yeah.
you know, for different things, have two things going on at one time. I think it's great.
Yeah, I think we just need to be able to lock the electrical room up there and also the utility room on the facing the stage side, you know.
Right,
So that anybody going up there can't get in, but that's another thing.
right.
Also, you know, Tommy mentioned, the bingo equipment. We think, and Ruth could take a look and I know identify it, but we had two sets and one set was inoperable and I think, and we think it's the one that's in that utility room up there and we can just recycle that. I mean, it's metal, I think, part of it at least. Yeah, and just get rid of it because it's in that utility room.
You might check with Dunbar, cause they still run a bingo game, they might need
Yeah.
a board or something,
Well,
maybe sell it or something.
yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
To do purse bingo.
I mean, we can check
What?
and
Purse bingo.
see if, there was one that was, I mean, maybe just be electrical, but it was, like I said, it was inoperable. And the better one we had, I don't know, it could be down at BSW building, I don't know. But
I didn't even know we
it
still
might
have.
have even gotten rid
Well,
of
they
that.
do that too. but-
While we're speaking of that real quick, where do we stand on the signs that we're getting to put out front there?
Tommy has them assembled, right? But we just need to, you know, set them, you know.
Okay,
And this out front will be kind of a, you know, a reorganization of the landscape out front because it's gonna be difficult to see it some spots because of the tree, you know.
Right.
so. And then the rec building, you know, I think personally, if we put it in the middle of the striping in front of the steps would be great. Because if you put it too close, you know, you might block the memorial that's there.
Right.
And
Well,
if
in the
you
middle of
put-
the striping, nobody can park there anyway, so.
Sure, they shouldn't be.
oh, they do, though.
Oh, yeah.
They do.
Well, they
But-
won't be
They're
now
not
if they put it, if we
supposed
put
to.
that there.
I do.
But yeah, and I checked on it, and all it's going to require is angle iron. It doesn't require a box enclosure
Okay,
because it's fully weatherproof as is. So
great,
a couple pieces of angle iron will do the trick, and then we can either reuse the balusters or whatever you want to call them that are there currently, or get new ones and bury them in the concrete to protect it. But yeah, I think that would be an ideal location right out front. Everyone can see it down there. It's a pretty good size. This one's smaller out here, but still, we need to, you know, I'd like to see us reorganize out front and maybe patch some of the concrete work on the front, some of the plaster work or whatever it is. Just make it more attractive and a little bit different landscape. But yeah, they're ready to go. I mean, we just need to. But priority wise, I mean, we've got the buildings coming in
Yeah.
February.
Yeah.
And, you know, the rec building, of course, and 98th Street, 85th Street after that, as far as groundwater, I mean, Maryland Avenue. I mean, yeah, there's, like Brian said, a multitude of projects. And we set up these meetings because with that volume of projects, I thought it was best that people, you know, follow those because it's difficult for me to follow everything. I mean, I like to be involved, but this way we have multiple eyes on, you know, multiple projects. We have a bunch, but I appreciate you all meeting, you know, like that. It takes Doesn't take that long, but it is a valuable exercise, I think. But as far as recreation, I passed out a proposed budget for our project. I gave a couple scenarios there, and I talked to Francis, and kind of feel that the 8x24 is too small as far as depth on the stage. So we'll probably stick, I think, with the 12-foot depth. 24 foot would add 4 additional feet left to right. So, and that's a standard size. These component pieces come in 4x8 sections, like a piece of plywood. But if you go smaller, in order to accomplish what we have now, which is 12x20, that would actually be a special order for, say, a 4x6, or a 4x4. So I wouldn't really recommend that. I would stick to these, which appear to be on sale now. The prices I have would be about, I think it was around $9,000 for the stage, 12x24. That would include 2 dollies. You would need 2 dollies for 9 pieces of component stage. So it would include 2 dollies, skirting to go around the front and sides, which would dress it up.
Yeah.
And a riser, to step up with rails. So for 9,000, I think we could get that done around there. Altogether, you can see for the bathrooms, it'd be about 5,300 for both of them. And that would include new stalls. And these would be unisex bathrooms, 2 unisex bathrooms. ADA toilets, sinks, hand dryers, new flooring, plumbing, lighting, electrical, and 2 baby changing stations for about 5,300 total for the 2 bathrooms. The retractable goals, the best price I could find on that was around 3,300, and that would be a basketball backboard and goal that would swivel either left or right and rest up against the wall, so it would be out of the way of the stage. And this would be reinforced with the backboard, acrylic backboard, and a goal, a basket, for about 3,300. My suggestion would be to go with that one of those because the front, I don't think it's going to be substantial enough to support a similar type of setup. The guys are building in those walls, but I don't think a wood frame, I seriously don't think that's going to support it because the specs for that goal with cinder block even includes guy wires and a mounting bracket above, about 6 foot above. So I don't think a wood frame would support it. I'm not an engineer, but I don't think that would be wise. Plus, we can order an identical acrylic backboard and basket, replace the one that's there, and I think we'd be fine. It would look great, I think, and save us a couple thousand over buying another retractable backboard setup. So, all in all, that with paint, which is not cheap, it's going to be about $2,500 to $3,000. And this is a top-notch paint, will last, and I'm not sure, but it was supposed to include undercoating, but I'm not sure if it. Yeah. But that would be minor compared to the top coat. And that was Sherwin-Williams, which is on the state contract as far as that goes. New lighting where necessary, and a $2,000 budget for deep cleaning the floors and sealing them once we take care of the missing elements for the basketball court, the black striping. Turns out that that's black tile, which is great. It's not tape and it's not paint, but it's actually black tile that's in the floor. So that'll polish up really nice, but there are gaps where the white floor has been replaced, and we'll need to paint that. I have a feeling it'll look pretty good, but that's the best we'll be able to do. So all in all, I think 25,000, would cover that, for everything, including, the upper room for, painting and, the floors as well up there, the kitchen floors, everything. So, be my suggestion, that we go with maybe 10 from, Parks and Rec, 10 from, coal severance, and then make up the difference of 5,000, from the general fund.
Oh, okay.
Mayor, can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
We need to start thinking about getting AEDs
Right,
here in the rec building and up at the
that's
plant.
true, yeah.
We really need one at the rec building.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but with older people at the dances and stuff,
No,
we
yeah.
really
We
need
should be able to
to
get that pretty
have one there.
quickly.
Mhm.
Well, and I mean, even with young people, I mean, there's no
Well,
guarantee
yeah,
with
but I
young
mean,
kids playing
That's-
basketball.
But that's
can
what I'm
happen.
saying, though,
Insurance
but I
wise,
mean,
it probably
yeah,
helps.
we could-
most of
Yeah.
it with the dances and stuff, is older people. We're the older people now, but anyway,
I'm not.
I think we need one
We
there,
know.
and I think we need one here, and I think we need one up at the plant.
We actually, Centos come up, and he actually went over some stuff with us. And I'll be honest with you, it kind of got pushed aside. I got the paperwork up at the shops, and they actually, to my knowledge, and Michael helped me out here, you know more about this than me, but them things actually, they have to be maintenance, don't they, after so long or something like that? If you use them, something's got to happen to them or whatever. I don't know.
Right.
Don't
But
know.
anyway, Centos has got a contract. Well, they'll take care of all of that.
That's a good idea.
And
Yeah.
they'll come in,
Give you a price
inspect them. Yeah,
off the top of your head, that's fine.
off the top of my
That's
head,
fine.
I don't want to say because I can't remember.
That's fine.
But
Yeah,
I
that-
actually
the
have
look
it.
Told me everything.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
That's fine.
I mean, it wasn't terrible for what it is. I mean, plus the contract, they'll take care of it.
Yeah,
They supply them,
Yeah,
they sell them
Yeah.
and maintain them.
yeah,
Is that what they're
but
saying?
you're not
Yes.
buying it. It's just more or less like a rental
yeah,
kind of thing, like the.
Well, yeah, but, okay.
Yeah.
But we really
But-
need
but
at
you don't-
least three.
Yeah.
yeah.
We
Okay.
need one at the rec, and we need one here, and we need one up at the plant.
Well, I'll get with that guy from Centos and get an updated quote, and I'll make sure I get it to you guys.
Okay.
And I know you're covering this, but also with the rec building, we need to make sure that the exits are lighted and all the signage
Yeah.
works.
Yeah,
Yep.
because it don't now.
Everything.
It don't work.
Oh, the electricity goes off, it's a heyday in there.
Okay.
But, yeah,
Oh,
those
yeah.
are lighting. So, but anyway.
What-
yeah.
What was the lighting budget on that, Dave?
I have
500.
500.
I would bump that up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, if we're going with the 12 by 24 stage and the one goal,
What-
I estimated 23,000, which gives us a 2,000 miscellaneous.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, I was just thinking the lighting part with the emergency lighting.
Yeah.
Them things ain't cheap.
Yeah.
What kind of lighting are you talking about?
Well, like in the restroom, those core and the room upstairs, you've got those
Okay.
old circular,
Okay, well, I didn't
fluorescent
know.
lights.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they need replaced.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, just what, but I think there's room, like I say,
They were
uh,
there when I went to the Christian
25
school in
should
second
do it,
grade.
and if not, we can come back, but, I tried to give as accurate estimates as possible.
well, that 12 by 24 stage that you're wanting with one goal
Mhm.
is only 23.
Right.
So at 25,
Yeah.
that should
Little round.
cover it, because we're not gonna go with the two goals.
Right, I agree.
So that, that should cover that, I would think.
Oh, I do too. Yeah, I was, if we get the budget approved, I mean, the understanding is we still follow purchasing policy on all of these as far as quotes and
Yeah.
orders, but at least it gives us the green light to move forward because there's so many parts to all of this, little parts that aren't enumerated here, but I mean, you've got, electrical and plywood and
Yeah.
2x4s, everything, but I think a 25 would cover it, and if we get close and need to come back and revisit, we can, but I think that funding source of, Parks and Rec and, coal severance, and then making up the difference with general fund, I think would be easily met, you know.
Makes sense.
Okay.
So,
Do you need a motion for that?
yeah, any other discussion? Okay, do I have a motion?
I'd make a motion.
No, second that.
Okay, the motion is to provide a $25,000 budget out of the discussed sources. Whole
From
severance,
g-
Parks and Rec, and general
10,000
fund.
from rec fund, 10,000 from whole severance, and 5,000 from general.
Correct. Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Yeah, I think that'll be nice. Okay, and, you know, some of this I'll try to get on right away because, of course, with procurement, you know, supply chain, may take us a while to get some things, but I think we'll do all right with this. Okay, that was the last item on the agenda. Do we have any good and welfare from council?
I do. Ruth sent me and BJ an email today. BJ, I don't know if you got to read it.
I haven't got to look at it yet. I saw it.
Okay. It's about Christmas pole decorations.
Yeah.
And I guess they're doing a pretty crazy deal through the end of March. I know we ordered some last year, and I was pretty disappointed they weren't here in time for Christmas. But even then, I know if we put those 6 on the poles, we still have some that are old, don't work.
But we never ordered them, remember?
I thought we went through with it.
No, we ended up not going through with it because we all talked about, we did,
Because they wasn't gonna be here till like
yeah.
July or
anyway.
something.
No, we ended up not doing it because we all said we'd wait till the crazy sale came on.
Yep.
Well, it's crazy sale time.
Okay,
So,
well, crazy sale time, there you go.
Yeah,
So-
so we approved the budget, we just didn't actually go through with the
Right.
ordering.
Yeah.
Right.
I had a oh, well, okay.
You must have missed that
So,
check.
so
No.
it's
I
approved,
had a
all we gotta do
conversation
is
with
just
somebody,
order
so
it.
we got it. Okay. Anyway, some of those are like around like $300 to $500.
Oh,
A lot
excellent.
cheaper than what we were dealing with before.
We can buy a lot more.
However many you want to buy. But yeah,
Can
we
they
can
be
look
blue?
into those, and I'll probably bring that next month for the council meetings at the end of March. I'd like to go and get that done, and we can knock that out and get some fresh decorations on the pole and give you something else to do. So
Job
Yeah.
Because by
security.
March, if we order them by March, maybe we'll have them by Christmas.
I hope so.
Surely.
And
hopefully.
Scott,
Good point.
have you heard anything about the house on California Avenue, or
Oh, that was
know of
fun.
anything further on that, where we're at? That
One that
burnt
burned.
structure?
Oh, no, not really.
Okay.
Well, since it burned, is it possible you'd send a letter and tell them it's it's becoming an extreme hazard now?
Talked to the mayor last week about it.
I'm telling you.
Do we know who the property owner is?
Wasn't it somebody out of Georgia?
Yeah.
At the last?
I don't know, it's out of state.
Out of state.
Yeah, he was out of
think it was
state, I know
somebody out of
that.
Georgia or
Who
something.
knows?
But, so the issue is, mayor, that a lot of insurance policies, riders, policies, in fact, I think that's law. Now, somebody living out of town might, care less about it, but we need to find out who's covered, they have a rider. I just need to look at it, I'll talk to Dave about it. But I know we were concerned maybe they had some free removal rider. But if not, we put it before our property maintenance board, I have them notify the property owner in whatever manner it takes, to take some official action. Seems to me it's total loss, and that, I still think it's order the property maintenance to tear it down. Mayor mentioned they had to get something wrong with their fire department, but I'm not familiar with that technique, for fire marshal or fire chief declaring something. I mean, I've just never been in a place where had a community fire department that they would have that. I don't know, I mean, have you ever seen it done, Michael?
No, I mean, that's the process that we were informed from Kanawha County.
So I guess what I was telling the mayor is I'd take a look and see what requirements they. I would go ahead and put it before the property maintenance board. Let's look at that. I think there probably is an emergency provision in there. There is a, public, safety or health issue. Hey, look, at the end of the day, the property don't have any resources to go where it will fall. You might be able to do that for the community if there are no resources that make response. Two people can probably live out of town. It might be looking at the market front urban. Hard or move it, that doesn't mean we're going to talk about resources. Certainly got to see if there's any interest. When's the last time by people who
By paying individuals?
Years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Years.
say,
But considering they're a rental
decades.
company, you would think they would have had to put the insurance on it. Or
Not
if,
necessarily.
considering, the
Not all the
well,
time.
I mean, you know, they're good thinking, but.
no, rational people probably would do that.
Rational people would have had utilities on in it too.
Well, true. But the, well, but I.
Someone that
without
lives
knowing,
up
it sounds like
there.
it's
That was the fun
thing. The thing that had-
Utility showed up down there. I'm like, let me tell you a little history about this.
Well, somebody that lives out of state, that's what cares.
Free removal. If your house, might be a throw in. Your
Yeah.
house is total loss, $10,000 or $15,000 to pay a municipality or a county to tear it down.
Well, hey, where it was
That's
on
just
our,
an unknown right now.
where it was on our demolition list, can we like have the county, like, you know, since this is gone, like have the county, commission push it
What's the mileage?
Yeah,
to them?
Yeah, what I think we should do is reconvene our committee, and I think we really should notify the new owner, you know, and, you know, order it be removed, torn down, or, whatever. And then at the same time, notify the county, which is no problem. And, you know, I think at that point, we can do, you know, we can prove it an emergency, and I do have the note from the chief that it is a hazard. So all of
Okay.
that together, you know, we may have to give them 30 days, you know, for the owner to react. But, you know, lacking that, I think maybe the county would move it ahead since it's a fire
Well, we've been
hazard.
giving them 6 months.
That'd be my
30
suggestion.
And it was the
Yeah.
main one on our list, but then when they bought that,
Yeah, we
that-
took it off.
yeah.
Yeah, now the others are progressing. I mean, you know, 3 of them
Purchase
are,
that property with tax sale.
no, not that one, I don't think. I think it was a foreclosure, and the bank evicted, right? They,
I don't know.
I thought
Yeah,
so.
Chuck sent
it
us
was
an email
bank,
back in
yeah.
October.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Yeah, so must be a lien, so.
Oh, I'm thinking of the other property on the, up the street.
So I think that, you know, that would be reasonable, so Rich, as soon as you want to, just let me know and we'll get together.
Hey, it could be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking a law office or something bought that place.
Yeah.
I was thinking, is what, I remember us talking about that at one point in time. There was somebody out of like Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
They obviously have not been here to look at it.
Oh, yeah, he come in and
People
looked
do
at
that.
it.
People do buy.
Yeah. I
You
think
say
it'd
he
be.
did come in and look at it?
I think so.
Was he a blind man?
Well, probably.
No, well. But anyway, I think that'd be the most prudent course of action, you know, give them 30 days and lacking that, we can proceed with the county.
He drove in.
And if we have to do it, so be it, and we can put a lien like we did, across the Ohio Avenue, you know. But I'd rather not do that. But. Okay, any other good and welfare of council?
I just want real quick to ask Scott. Scott, have you heard any more? What's that stand on that? Where she put the fence across up there? Cause she put another fence up there where it's really blocking. You can't even squeeze through there now, so.
Yeah,
Where?
several of us talked in here
Where
last
the
meeting.
thrift store is.
91st Street.
Well, you all said there was maps upstairs.
There
Right.
could be,
that
up
could-
here.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Well, you were saying that last time that there at
Not
last.
me.
Yeah, you said there's maps upstairs. Upstairs.
Yeah, I was upstairs.
And I thought, and she agreed. But it doesn't matter.
Well-
Doesn't matter. I swear I thought you. It doesn't matter. I thought you'd seen them.
I can't spell math.
We need to get up there and get to looking at that stuff. Cause that
Anyway,
might
it's-
have
it's
something.
like I said, some of,
Crawl up in the ceiling, get them maps.
Where's up there?
Up in the attic.
Up in the attic.
that's it.
But she
and-
knows she,
All kinds of stuff in the attic.
she doesn't have a leg to stand on either. It's kind of a,
Well, the only point that her attorneys made in my phone conversation with him one time was, I could find no public dedication.
well, she doesn't have it either.
For a public street.
But anyway,
So I said, hey, doesn't fit in your client's legal description neither, so it can't be yours. Oh, it just depends what the initial grantor intended to do. Over 100 years. But that's the issue.
I didn't realize she put a fence.
yeah, it's another one up there, and the lady, she works here in town, and she has to walk, and she comes across. But anyway, she was going down by the bank, down that little steep embankment, and fell, and it's a problem for her. And like she said, you know, I've lived here for years, and I always use that, and it's just doesn't seem fair that we just can't walk through there. You know, it's But anyway, I told him I would ask us if there was anything new developing or development or.
Check the map, see what we got, convene a special call meeting or whatever else.
That map, that.
Where would they be?
Just up in the attic.
Upstairs and get the map.
Get your ladder, climb the ceiling.
Boxes and boxes.
Well, hold my camera up there, I'll get up there.
Up in
Probably
the
a lot
I
of
wanna
things.
get up there and
Or
look
the
around.
attic.
There's a lot of things probably.
Okay.
Come on in.
Any other good and welfare?
Nope.
Hearing any good and welfare from public?
Let me check
right.
Facebook just to be safe side.
Somebody say something.
I'm
Well,
not,
we're both checking,
yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
I'm not seeing
Say
anything
something, say
on,
something.
We're waiting.
It takes a minute to
Yeah,
get this
yeah.
stuff pulled up.
yeah, there's nothing on YouTube either.
I mean, everybody's sitting there like.
I'm gonna call Jim, tell him to get that.
Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion.
Dead.
Second.
We're
Third.
adjourned.
Four.
Four.